Okay, so the first question, what could be the formula used to compute the value in B3? Well, B3 is 350, so I got to somehow get 350. Well, let's look at the first choice. B3 times B4. Is 350 times 0 350? No. A2 and A5. A2 is 7, A5 is 50. 50 plus 7? Is that 350? No. Which one you got circled for that? C. 50 times 7. A2 times A5. Question 2. What number will appear in B2 when you push enter? So if I take the sum, add A3, A4, and A5. What am I going to get? You're going to get -2. Good. Select all the formulas used to calculate the value in B4. So which ones of these would give me 0? That's what it's asking. D and E? I actually have one more. A as well. Remember, the colon means everything, so everything from A2 to A6 multiplied together, there is a 0 included there, so your answer is going to be 0. Bless you. Question number 4. The formula in B2 is product of A2 to A5. Describe a way to change the contents of A so the cell in B becomes -70. So I want to get an answer of -70, and I am multiplying these numbers together. So what could I change? What could I change over here that I would get -70 if I multiply them together? Change the 0 to a what? Well, you got to have an idea. You got to change it to what? So, a 1? Okay, let's change A4 to 1. I still don't get 70 if I multiply, or -70 if I multiply those together. I get 10 times 5 is 50, times 1 is 50. I get -350. So I must have to change something else. Change the 5 to what? Change the 5 to 1. 10 times 1 times 1 times -7. That is one way to do it. There are other ways. You just had to get to -70. Question 5. You will see one similar to this on the quiz. Measures of center. Measures of center means mean or median. So which one would you use on this dot plot? Again, it's your opinion. It's fairly symmetrical, so I think the average would be a good indication. It does say explain. Graph is fairly symmetrical. Measures of variability. Measures of variability. Your options are MAD and IQR. Again, personal preference, so you could argue of each. I would choose MAD because it uses the mean. And I already would have calculated the mean here. Maybe you chose MAD because you didn't want to figure out the quartiles, because it's a dot plot. That would be fine as well, but you got to say why. They all say explain. Quiz is going to be the same. If you want credit, you need to explain if it is asking you that. Okay, question 6. This one's even more symmetrical, so I would even write the same answer. Symmetric graph. Mad, because it uses the mean. Again, personal preference. Okay, if you go back to 5, you could have made the argument of saying, well, it looks a little skewed. And now looking at it compared to 6, maybe mean isn't the best option. It's not as symmetric as I thought it was. So I think I'm actually going to change my mind on this one. Comparing it to 6. It's not as symmetric as I thought, so I'm going to say median because it's skewed. And then I'm going to switch to IQR because that's what uses the median. Should have looked at them both first. 6, do you see how 6 is a lot more symmetrical? Makes sense to use average on that one.